Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. We're back in the 1.19 snapshots, and today we're going to be talking about the ancient cities. Is the ancient city actually worth looting in survival mode? Obviously, creative mode, you can fly around it and do whatever you like, but is it worth coming to in survival mode? Because most Minecraft structures are not really worth it. For example, jungle temples, they are pretty much pointless at this point in the game. We're not going to be talking about the warden in this video. It is literally just the ancient cities and the loot you can get inside of them. So first of all, we're going to be talking about the loot. As you can see, I've got a list of every item you can actually get within the chests. And then we're going to be talking about, like, is it worth coming to the ancient cities mid-game, early game, and end game? So let's first of all jump to the loot you can find. You can find, as you can see, I've got items of them all, and I've got them written on signs. So you can find bones, soul torches, and that's just normal bones. Soul torches, coal, and books, that's unenchanted. You can find enchanted golden apples. You can find the other side music disc, the music disc 13, and the music disc cat. Compasses, skulk catalysts, name tags, randomly enchanted diamond hose, leads, diamond horse armor, saddles, randomly enchanted diamond leggings, swift sneak enchantments, as well as random enchanting books, the normal skulk blocks, skulk sensors, the normal uncolored candle, amethyst shards, experience bottles, glow berries, randomly enchanted iron leggings, and then a regeneration 2 potion that lasts for 22 seconds. So this is everything you can actually find within the actual ancient city loot chests, and then there is obviously a special chest called the ice box, where you can find packed ice, golden carrots, snowballs, baked potatoes, suspicious stew of either blindness or night vision. So that is like its own separate chest, which can only be found in like one certain area in the ancient city. Just looking at the loot, obviously there are some good things to come here for. Swift sneak can only be found within ancient cities as of obviously the snapshots, and I do quickly want to mention we are obviously still within 1.19 snapshots, so things could change. By the time this update is fully released, this loot could be altered, removed, changed. It's obviously not final. But we did see a complete like overhaul of the ancient cities, but from the experimental snapshots, they added a lot of new structures and they completely changed the loot. One thing that could be cool is if they make it so soul torches don't set off these upon placing. That could be a good change. They don't give off that much of a light level, and it would be good for some sort of torch not to actually set off them when you place them. So I've actually set these chests here. These are actual ancient city chests. I've put them here with this command. If you want to actually copy and paste the command, it's set block, the coordinates, then Minecraft chest, loot table, the actual chest loot table name, which is ancient city. And that's how I've put these right here. So we're now just going to quickly look through them so you can get the rough idea of how it's laid out inside of the chest. As you can see, we're not going to go through all of them. We're just going to roughly go through them, just so you can see like the average things you can find per chest. And as you can see, it actually, there's 2 enchanted golden apples within that chest, a swift sneak 3, 2 swift sneaks 3. So the chests are like quite good. There are some not as worth looting, like this one, apart from the diamond armor. And then there are some, obviously, like this one, which has quite a bit of decent loot. So some of them are like, this one is maybe not as worth it, but once again, there's just like a random chance it could have items. So these are just the rough estimated guess of how they could generate inside. The best actual way I've found to loot these ancient cities is to obviously stay on the wall. But if you do need to go off of the wall, for example, to go and loot these parts with the chests, then you could put on this. Sneak, turn that to toggle, and if you actually do that, you can sneak and you don't have to hold it. So you can press it once and it saves you from having to hold your sneak button. So that is the best way to do it. And obviously when I unsneak or when I click it again, it will untoggle. So it's toggled until I click the button again, which is a lot more useful. And one more thing that they have actually changed within snapshots is in the experimental snapshots, if you placed wool on to actual skulk, it would set off the sensors and shriekers. That is no longer the case anymore. Placing wool at all will not set these off. So mine some wool from like these parts, and obviously to loot a chest, if I place it on top, it won't. But here, we've actually got quite unlucky because I can't, if I break that, it's going to set off that one. So this chest is pretty much unlootable. The best way to go about a chest like this is to break the Shrieker. Look around. If there's only one Shrieker in the area, just break the Shrieker, because the sensors won't do nothing if the Shrieker's not here. As you can see, the Shrieker's gone, and the sensors can't do nothing. They're out of range of that one, and there's no other in the range. Now what I can do, just to obviously, there's no Shriekers now, so I can open this chest without setting off the Shriekers. But if you were panicking and didn't want to do it, you could just block yourself in. You could also break these blocks and do that. And now you can open this chest. Obviously, I have to break that as well. You can now open this chest without setting off any Shriekers or sensors, as you can see right there. Now, obviously, if there's chests, let's find another chest. There's a chest right here. This one has no Shriekers nearby, or no sensors touching the chest. So all I have to do is that, and it'll block that sensor off, as you can see, apart from me walking right there, which set that off. If I actually open this chest, it shouldn't set off. Yes, as you can see, these sensors didn't get set off by me actually opening the chest. Let's do it again. So when you actually come to the Deep Dark, obviously wool is not easy to get early game, but you can get it, and you can just do that and block the chest and then loot. The warden has summoned because of me walking around, but you can actually just like block the chests in and then open them, and sensors won't be set off because the wall is obviously blocking the vibrations. So wool obviously isn't easy to get early game. You can, as you can see, there's loads of wool inside of the ancient cities, and the pathways down here are mostly 2 blocks thick. So if you just bring some shears, you can just like mine up so much wool from this sort of area. So the ancient city is obviously, I think, let's just clarify, the ancient city is worth looting mid, early and late game. It's just the fact of surviving and not summoning the warden, which if you turn on toggle sneak, you can just sneak, and as you can see, I can sneak straight past this sensor and it don't activate. Obviously the sneaking is so slow, but you can just get the swift sneak enchantment if you obviously loot one chest and then you bring an anvil with you, or you go back to your base and enchant boots. It's the same on every single type of boots, so it won't matter the higher obviously enchanting it is. It's the same speed on all 4 or 5 types of boots. So as you can see, wait, I put it on boots. It's meant to be a leggings enchantment. Is that a bug? I'm guessing that's a bug then. Let's quickly just get another one. Swift sneak, I'm pretty sure, is it a leggings enchantment now? Yeah, it goes on leggings, but apparently it can still go on boots. Does it make me faster with it on boots? It doesn't. But if I put it on leggings, yes. So as you can see, I'm now sneaking, and I'm going that little bit faster because I have a swift sneak on. If I take the boots off, there we go, we still go faster, as you can see. So yeah, the best thing to do is always crouch, obviously, because you never know where Skulk is. And I just want to clarify, just because you can't see Skulk, the sensors and that, they can be hidden. I've had so many times where there was like a sensor like under a block and it's not like visible. If you do come down here and you summon the warden, then the best thing to do is run if you can, or build up. Make sure you build up more than 5 blocks, or at least 5 blocks, because 4 blocks the warden can still hit you. So 5 blocks is at the height that the warden can't hit you anymore. Or you could dig down and put a block or something that is smaller than a block. So for example, we could put like an end rod. If we have an end rod, we probably won't if we're talking about mid game. A fence post then. We can put a fence post down there and the warden won't be able to hit us in this hole either. Or you can dig into a wall, and you if you make it 1 by 2, then the warden can't get in here. If you dig it 3 blocks, the warden will be able to. So my overall perspective is, yes, the ancient cities are 100% worth looting, They are also so cool to explore, especially now after 22W13, just because there's a lot more uniqueness about them. Before, and also currently on Bedrock, which I do expect them to change soon, it's just like it was in experimental snapshots and currently in Bedrock Edition. It's just loads of like the same repeating corridors, and that was all it was made out of, and then obviously you had the center point. Now, it's a bit more of a mixture. You have these weird looking like ladders, not weird looking. You have like these ladder areas where you can go up. You have these wooden bridges. You have these bigger center walkways. It's just made up of a lot more pieces now. So it's 100% worth looting. And then obviously you have like the outpost towers. And underneath the centerpiece, you have obviously the secret redstone area that you can come and look at and raid for the redstone resources. And I think this is one thing that is 100% worth coming to the Deep Dark for, because loot like this, these, especially the comparators and repeaters, they're like not that easy to craft, even late game. So coming here for these is definitely worth it, and as you can see there is quite a lot down here, so coming here just to like take all this back to your base or where your storage room or whatever is definitely worth it. Unless you're breaking and placing wall, every other block will activate this. So let's say I wanted to loot this chest, for example. I can see that there's 2 shriekers in the range. That one I think is out of range. Is there any over this side? I can place wall blocks because wall blocks don't activate the sensors or shriekers. So yes, there's 2 shriekers right near this chest. So let's quickly just go in survival mode as if I was. I know because I've got an efficiency 5 pickaxe, I can break these 2 really quick. If you actually break it before the animation and sound effects have finished, it won't summon the warden. The shrieker has to be there when the actual animation has finished. So as you can see, that one started to shriek, but because I broke it before it had finished shrieking, it didn't summon a warden, which I know I can do that. And then now I'm fine to loot this chest because there's no more shriekers. So that is where I'm going to end this video. I really hope that these tips, tricks, and stuff like that did help when looting the ancient cities. And once again, I do quickly want to mention, this is nowhere near the final version of the ancient cities. There is probably a load more snapshots to come, and there is probably a load more changes, tweaks, nerfs, buffs, and all that to come to the ancient cities, and probably the warden as well. But anyway, if you did enjoy, leave a like and subscribe, and I guess I will see you guys next time. Bye!